Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It's a weekend, so let's do the whole doggone thing. Saturday, October the 21st, National Reptile Awareness Day, Apple Day, Back to the Future Day. This was the day that they came to in 2015 in Back to the Future 2.
Let me guess. We have to watch those now?
Oh, of course we do. National Pets for Veterans Day. What else do we have here? National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day. Sunday, the 22nd of October, National Color Day, National Nut Day, Eat a Pretzel Day, International Cap Lock Day, caps lock on your computer.
Yep, okay.
And Wombat Day. All of those things and many, many, many more. And I'm excited to visit with my guest today, former Secret Service agent Paul Landis. He tells his shocking true story of the JFK assassination in his new controversial book, The Final Witness. He was there. He was working. He was in the car behind him. I don't know. Maybe he just took I have no idea. I don't know why it took him so long to write it, but he did it. Maybe I'll ask him that. We'll chat with Paul Landis coming up.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Veterinary researchers have discovered that cats glow in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah, new study published by the Journal of Royal Society Open Science. Nightclub goers are familiar with the trippy sighting of their white shirt or their neon tiki drink seemingly glowing on a dark dance floor.
Right.
It is an example of fluorescence under black lights. Well, scientists in Australia analyzed a museum collection of mammals to see how many glow in the dark with UV lights turned on. Okay. They found 125 species had fluorescent properties that allow them to glow in the dark under a UV light, including a domestic species of cat. So, no club lights required, apparently.
That is crazy.
I guess I'm not quite sure what that means. So they glow in the dark under, because then the last line says no club lights required. But I think
Wouldn't
that they
the black
do.
light be
I think so. I don't know. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Hot girl summer must be over. A big TikTok creator came out with her body hair and said it's an empowering thing and posted this, talking about hairy girl winter instead of hot girl summer. 20-year-old Spencer Barbosa, 9 million followers, by the way, dedicates most of her content to talking about body image, body acceptance, and self-love. And now she's opened up about her body hair. Body hair is natural, real, and more acceptable, she says. While this shouldn't be news to anyone, she reminds people that you should never feel like you have to shave for somebody else. It's your body, it's your choice. The influencer explained that she grew up feeling like she needed to eliminate all of her body hair to feel attractive. But as she puts it, if you want to have hairy legs, have hairy legs. If you despise hair and you don't want hair somewhere, remove it. It's you. It's up to you. So anyway, she's saying body hair is not unhygienic and it's not masculine. If it was, you wouldn't have it. So I don't know. It's never bothered me, I guess. So some folks.
Oh, it has too.
What has?
You'll go to snuggle up next to me. You're like, wow, your legs are hairy.
No, that's when they're pokey. She's my wife, by the way. I always have to say that because somebody new tuning in would be like snuggling up next to his coworker. No, it was when it was like all pokey. I was like, it's like sandpaper down there. So I don't care. Go ahead, Sasquatch out. Doesn't matter to me. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, a little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Ryan Reynolds admits he's a work in progress when it comes to mental health. He was honored Monday, I think this is like a week ago Monday maybe, in New York at Bring Change to Minds Reveal and Revelations Gala, mental health-focused nonprofit co-founded by Glenn Close. Speaking to the press, Reynolds addressed his own mental health struggles, revealing he finds himself spinning out of control at times, and said that he has his own little rituals that help him stay grounded and keep his mind from spinning out of control. I think it's cool to know.
I think everybody does.
Yes, I was going to say it's cool to know that even people who are super successful,
right,
very attractive, I mean, he's got all these things going for him, but he still has issues too.
Yeah.
I think it's good to know that. Elon Musk allegedly came to Amber Heard's defense amid talks that she would be fired from Aquaman. Variety reports the ex-owner, instead of the Twitter owner, strong-armed Warner Brothers into keeping her in the cast. So that's kind of interesting. Anyway.
Okay.
You want to read it? It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. It might not be the most important thing that you're going to hear all weekend, but I have a discussion here. It seems everybody feels the need to chime in with their 2 cents when we talk about beans in chili. So this blew up on the internet apparently. Costco recently released a signature Kirkland Fall chili. Being Costco and all, it comes in 4 pounds, so it's a giant tub, 4 pounds of chili. It's made up of the usual suspects, beef, onions, cheese, and spices. But what has the internet all abuzz, they're up in arms, is the inclusion of beans.
The inclusion
of beans, specifically kidney beans and pinto beans. Laura Lamb, who uses the TikTok handle at Costco Hot Finds, first posted a video celebrating the return of Kirkland chili, saying, quote, "It's my favorite," end quote. But that,
and of course, somebody was all offended.
But that literally opened up a can of beans.
Oh my gosh, this is so
among TikTokers.
Do you get frustrated with this? This is so
Yes.
frustrating.
Oh, I've got my own things I can talk about. Let's finish this first. User Alex McDonald commented, "There's no beans in chili. I don't know what this is,
Yes, there
but it's
is.
not chili." Another user wrote, "That is bean soup." A bit of analysis showed that the controversy reflects regional differences. It seems that many people, particularly those in Texas, are not fans of legumes in their chili. So it's still
I don't
chili.
think I've ever had chili any other way.
I have. I've bought.
Like you can buy it,
Yeah,
but
whereas
it
chili with
specifies that
no
it's
beans.
beanless.
Yeah, it
but
says right on
otherwise
there.
just chili. Chili has beans in it.
So, but it all depends. Again, it's a regional thing depending on where you're from.
Huh.
But the thing that's interesting about this is how big of a deal this turned into. At the end of the day, I'll bet it helped Costco selling this chili because it's got a lot of traction on the internet. So, scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit right now with Paul Landis. He is a former Secret Service agent, and he's got a new book out. It's called The Final Witness, and it's the true story of the JFK assassination. And let's talk a little bit. First of all, Paul, how long did you work with the Secret Service? Did you do that for quite a while?
I was with Secret Service almost 5 years. I left after the assassination. It was too stressful for me.
Were you in Dallas that day, or where were you when all this was happening?
I was in Dallas. I was assigned to the Secret Service follow-up car. I was riding on the right rear running board of that car, right behind the presidential limousine.
And you were actually in the room when he was pronounced dead as well, is that right?
I was in Trauma Room 1, but I was not in there when they made the announcement that the president was dead. that kind of came a little later outside the room, and Matt Kilduff was talking to the press, and they were trying to keep everything in order when the president was given the last rites, telling the public and telling the press they had to decide on a time of death, and they came up with 1 o'clock. If they would have asked me, I would have said it was 12:30 in Dealey Plaza when that fatal shot hit the president in the head.
Yeah. This was 60 years ago now. At the time, you were 28, and now you've got this new book. And again, the reason I was asking the question I was asking, you don't get much closer to this. A lot of people have books about this event, but they're people who weren't even in Dallas that day. They just have a theory. Your book is a little different because you were there. This was literally your job, and you were right there when it happened.
Yeah, that's true. I never read any of the assassination books or anything until the first book I read was 6 Seconds in Dallas by Hosea Thompson. That was in 2014. So up to that point, I'd refused to read anything. I just let people do their imaginations. I knew what I saw, what I did, and I kind of left it at that.
And I'm reading one thing that says your book either changes nothing or changes everything, and all of that kind of depends on what people believe going into this. But let's kind of give people broad strokes, and I know we can get the details in the book, but broad strokes on what you believe happened that day with President Kennedy.
I mean, what I did, what I saw, is what I wanted to report. I'm hoping I'm sure it's going to reopen the exam here. I don't know where really to go with this.
No, I understand. There are people who think there was a lone gunman. There are people who think there were multiple people. When I read the book, will I walk away with more information in my brain going, okay, I really think this is what happened then?
I don't think so. That's not for me to decide. I think there are going to be all sorts of different theories and ideas that come out of this. But hopefully a little more of the truth will come forward or be evident there. I really can't answer.
No, I understand.
I don't have an answer, is what I say.
Well, I understand. And again, it's one of those things where, you were 20 feet away when this happened. A lot of people who think they have answers were nowhere near it. So again, I love the fact that even though you were there, you're going, I don't definitively know what happened either, but here's what I saw. And I think it's very valuable to have that information in a book, and people can read that. If people would like to find The Final Witness, where can we find a copy of this? Probably
in your local bookstore. I know Barnes & Noble has it. You can order it online from Amazon. You can order it from Western Reserve Historical Society and in Cleveland. I imagine many bookstores are going to have the book either now or shortly.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us, and thank you for putting some time and effort into putting this story in book form, so it'll be here with us forever and ever. Thank you so much, Paul.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Again, our guest, Paul Landis, former Secret Service agent, and he's got a new book out right now, The True Story of the JFK Assassination. It's called The Final Witness. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A whale's heart beats about once every 6.5 seconds.
Oh.
So it doesn't beat very fast. Fun fact for you,
What's
Heidi.
that, John?
The fingernails on your dominant hand grow faster than your non-dominant
I think
hand.
we've talked about that.
I think that's cool. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Statue of Liberty is patented. So they have a patent on that. So you can't just go make your own.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A 2009 search for the Loch Ness Monster came up empty, but scientists did find over 100,000 golf balls. So, they didn't walk away empty-handed. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Before settling on the 7 dwarfs that we know today, Disney had some other names that were also in the mix. Chesty, Tubby, Burpy, Deafy, Hickey, Wheezy, and Awful. So I think they settled on the right names. Several fun facts.
That's
Now you know.
fantastic.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. A survey says that abs are the number one thing we'd like to chisel at the gym. What body part came in second? Abs are number 1. What's number 2 when it comes to I want this to look good when I go to the gym? I want
Biceps.
this to look good. No, but real close. Shoulders.
Okay.
I'm going to have, better looking shoulders. Here's the thing. My abs, I haven't seen those in a long time. They are protected under a coat of meat. But my shoulders, I think I got pretty good shoulders.
You do have great
I'm in the running for
shoulders.
some of the best shoulders
And
in
you've
this
got
room.
Great legs. I've always said you have great legs.
You do say that.
Yeah.
And then I had a chiropractor ask me, do you shave your legs? No. What?
Why would I shave my
Apparently I have
legs?
smooth legs. All right. The Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. If you ever thought, wouldn't it be awesome if my houseplants glowed in the dark? Well,
It would.
Your time has come. Idaho-based biotech company Light Bio has received permission from the United States Department of Agriculture to start selling their glowing petunias. Genetically engineered plants produce a neon green hue thanks to the addition of DNA from a type of bioluminescent mushroom. Light Bio says that while some other companies have engineered plants that produce a modest glow, their research has resulted in plants that glow much more brightly. Their petunias emit light through the plant's entire life cycle, but the flowers are particularly luminous, letting you see almost into the spiritual core of these plants. According to co-founder Keith Woods, his partner Karen Sarkisian envisioned a future lush with bioluminescent plants like in the movie Avatar. The company plans to start shipping plants early next year, and Heidi is writing this down.
I already wrote it down.
Yeah, the company is
Which
Light, L-I-G-H-T, Light Bio. I've got it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com, the safest countries on Earth. Or anywhere, because I don't know of other countries outside of Earth. But according to Global Peace Index annual ranking, taking into account 23 qualitative and quantitative indicators, all these different things, which country do you think is the safest country on the planet, Heidi?
Sweden.
All right, let's see if she's right, if they're even on the list here. We'll start at number 15, Germany, 14, Croatia, 13, Finland, 12, Czechoslovakia. It says, Czechia, maybe I got that wrong. 11, Canada, 10, Switzerland, 9, Japan. Have we got yours yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. 8, Slovenia, 7, Portugal, 6, Singapore, 5, Austria, 4, New Zealand, the top 3 safest countries on Earth. Ireland is number 3, Denmark is number 2, and for the 15th consecutive year, the safest place on Earth, Iceland.
Oh.
There you go. Thanks for
Sweden
listening.
wasn't even on the list.
No. They were number 28 on the list.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Our quote today is from Emo Phillips.
I loved him.
I had a chance to see him perform
Oh my
live.
gosh, such a funny guy.
You came with me to that show,
Yeah.
didn't you? He was so funny. And then one of my favorite things is afterwards he's like, if you want to stick around, I'm going to do some new
Yeah,
jokes. I'm
and the
like,
new
I'm
jokes
definitely
were
sticking around.
Awesome.
So his quote today is, I asked God for a bike, but I know God doesn't work that way. So I stole a bike and I asked for forgiveness.
I love that one.
Quote of the day comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way, courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. An Amazon delivery driver went above and beyond, went the extra mile for a teen's big night. This random act of kindness has gone viral. The driver was making rounds when he saw a teen was having trouble with his tie.
Aww.
In the video, this driver extended a helping hand to a Chicago teen en route to a high school homecoming dance. Observing that Luke Breyer's tie was improperly fastened, Elijah Bryant skillfully rectified the situation. He attributed his tying prowess to learning the skill from fellow churchgoers, subsequently passing down the knowledge to his sons as well. The impromptu act of kindness added a memorable touch to the young man's senior homecoming dance. I just want to say thank you. He made him look good for the night, the father said. The kid's dad later found this out. Bryant was appreciative of the opportunity to enhance the young man's appearance and made his day a bit more special. He said he gets up every day thanking God and asking him to lead him through his day. And now there's like stories about this all over the internet, and I think it's really, really cool that this happened. So we had a young man who came to...
I knew you were going to go right
I just
to
think
this.
it's funny. We had a young man who came to a little event, and it was a thing where, he dressed up, and he didn't know how to tie a tie, so he had it tied in like an actual knot. Mm-hmm. And like the back part of the tie was just like tucked into a shirt. And Heidi has no poker face.
I had to leave the room.
Because when she noticed it, she's like scrunched up her eyes, like looking like, what is going on? And then she's kind of chuckling and she leaves the room. And I stayed in there talking to him. He was a super nice guy.
Oh, very nice kid.
And
yeah.
I was like, do I say something? I'm not going to say anything. I'm just let him do it. Because I'm like, I don't want to make him feel even dumber. Because like you could tell he felt weird about it when Heidi was laughing and pointing and leaving. She didn't really point. She didn't point.
I did not.
But I'm sure he knew that's why you were laughing. All right. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to The John and Heidi Show.